What time is it? It's time for a 3 looks 1 palette. Yes, I'm using the Ace Beauty Floral Vintage palette to create 3 looks. Yeah, keep watching. Yes, the back of that packaging is super dirty. I think the 3rd look is my favorite, and I've got some thoughts on this palette the more and more that I use it. So I will definitely give you my thoughts on it as we go along. Please hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and comment down below. That is my favorite part. So I went into that red shade and I'm putting it on my outer corner. I'm sorry that the camera gets a little bit blurry sometimes. I have realized that the I don't know, whatever I have it set on does not work for these up close videos, and I won't use it again. I'm going into that orange shade and I'm placing it on top of that red. Now, this palette, it doesn't have enough shimmers in it, and mostly, not that it doesn't have enough shimmers, but the shimmers that it has in it are not, it's not diverse enough. It's all pinks and oranges and a little bit of like a red, and there's green shades and purple shades in this palette, and it's very large. So I really wish that there were different colors of shimmers. I'm throwing that red on my bottom lash line, just like that. Yep. Or even a yellow. I'm going into that yellow shade and I'm placing it on top of the orange. I've done looks like this before, kind of like the Beauty Bay 2.0 Fiery palette or whatever it's called. Going into that begonia, is that how you say that? I don't know. So you see there's some fallout with that, and I'm placing it on my eyelid just like that. It is a pretty palette, but it's not a standalone for me, and when the palette is that big, that's a problem. I'm going into that Cosmos shade and placing it on top of it. But yeah, because it's not a standalone palette for me and it's that big, it's an issue, although it's just shimmers. So I have some, I'm going to go into that shimmer shade right there and place it on the front portion. I have some, but not many, but I have some single shadows that are from Gimme Glow that are the shimmers, so I can definitely pull those into this or any other palette. But because it's so big, it bothers me a little bit, and I threw that shade on my bottom lash line too, and then I took that shimmer, that really orangey shimmer, and Marigold, I think is what it's called. I'm placing that next to the other shimmer. Now that's a really puttied shimmer. It's different than the rest of the shimmers in the palette. I'm not sure I like it. It's a very putty shadow and not very easy to apply. This is a finished look. My eyes are watering. They freaking watered for all 3 of these looks, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, this is look number 1. Going into look number 2, I am going into that brown, and I'm placing it on the outer corner of my eye. Yeah, and I'm placing it on my outer eye just like that. I would have done a green look with this palette, but because of the lack of green shimmer, I didn't want to reach for the green shades, so I did more of a neutral grungy look. I am adding it and doing circular motions to try to blend out those edges, and I place it on my bottom lash line too. But yeah, what do you guys think of this palette? Do you have it? I'm going into that shade right there, and I'm placing it on top to blend that brown out. I'm sorry, I can't always see the names of the shades because it moves so quickly, and my laptop, what I'm seeing is very small, and I'm placing it on my eyelid on the other portion as well, and just kind of blending it out. So yeah, do you guys have this palette? Do you like it? Let me know. Do you think I'm just being nitpicky? Do you like the shimmers in it? Have you noticed that issue? But yeah, and I took that shade and placed it on my inner portion of my bottom lash line, and then I'm using that brown again to deepen things up because I felt like I lost a little bit of the color. after blending, and then I'm going into that Buttercup shade and I'm placing it on top because I wanted to blend everything out. I really love that Buttercup shade. It is so pretty. Yeah, I like it a lot. And I just round out my eye. And then I'm taking that weird marigold shade and I'm placing it all over my lid. It's pretty, but it's just, I don't know, you kind of have to like dig your finger in it. And my eye is watering, and that is very sad. And yeah, so this is the final look. I did the best that I could with both of my eyes watering, so I know it's not perfect, but yeah, it's kind of grungy. It was okay. I think this is my least favorite look, but I do like the lippy I was wearing. Alright, so I'm going into that purple and I am placing it all over my eye. Now, this purple didn't swatch very well. I do have a swatch video with this palette if you want to see it. I had to, you know, go over it a couple of times on my arm, but it applied pretty well, and I was happy with that because I wasn't sure how it was going to apply with how it felt, but that, you know, goes to show that swatches are not everything. So I used a smaller brush and did the my bottom lash line with that purple as well. As you can see, my eye is watering again. It is the season. That's what I'm chalking it up to. My eyes have been really finicky lately, and they never have been. But I do know they do tend to water a little bit during the allergy season. So yeah. Then I took that Cosmos shade and I used it to blend out the darker purple. It's kind of a Barney purple. That's what I'm sticking with. It's a Barney purple. Yeah, I'm just blending and blending that out. And fun fact, I used to absolutely love Barney. Yep, that's right. I'm a 90s kid. I'm a late 80s, early 90s kid, and I loved Barney. Yeah, and I'm just going back in with that Barney purple and adding it. Okay, so I took some concealer and I concealed at the center because I was going to do a halo eye and it didn't work out. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that whole process anyways, but I took that bottom shimmer and placed it on this halo eye that I was creating. It wasn't working, you know. Then I added that other shimmer on the edges and I just didn't like it, so I took that fluffy brush and started like fluffing the purple everywhere, and I decided just to take that second shimmer I used and place it all over the front of my eyelid area. And because my eyes were watering, I decided to give myself more of a wing shape, because when I do that, it kind of helps how far down and blown out my eyes end up being. I don't know, it just seems to work better when my eyes are acting finicky, so that's what I did. This look was a process, but I kind of liked it. And I like the freckles, which I used the Shein freckle pen. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the looks. Let me know down below what you think. Bye!